And a good afternoon, baseball fans. We welcome you. The 2023 PBR NPI program here, the National Program Invitational here outside Atlanta today. We have left the Lakeside actually not Lakeside, I should say, the sports complex that we played at yesterday. And the Padres are going after it here today, game number 2 against Five-Star Gold. A couple of players came in today. We'll talk about the defensive set. Should be a good one this afternoon. We welcome you again. We're just outside the Atlanta area. We're over in Emerson at Lake Point, and we are ready to go to start things off. Odom plays in the 8th spot. We'll start things off. Justice DeJong on the hill. Enrico Carrion behind the plate. We're ready to go. And DeJong, good-looking pitch on the inside part of the plate. Missing there, though. The count is 1-0. And a high fastball. Missing up. The count is 2-0. Five-Star Club coached by Matt Weaver, the head coach. The 2-0 pitch. And DeJong misses outside, so 3 pitches. The count's 3-0. DeJong back in the 3-0 pitch. Ball 4, so 4 pitches. And DeJong will put the first man on. The 2-hitter steps in, White. White plays right field for the club. The field here slopes to some degree, so if you might see a bit of an angle. And a back pick, the tag is on. And getting back in time was Odom, diving back in. Carrion throws the back pick to Matos down on the first base side. Count is 0-1. DeJong works from the stretch. Matos holding on Odom in the first base side. The pitch on the way. Ball's outside. Good-looking pitch. Strike called. So just hitting the outer half of the plate. And the count is 0-2. So DeJong settling in here. Going against the batter, White here. The 0-2 pitch on the way. High fastball. Missing up. The count is 1-2. Runner goes, throw down, a good throw, the tag is on. And safe at second. Lombard was on the second base side. Good job, Jay. So Allard takes care of the fly out there, and they pick up the out. And unfortunately, our main camera, I'm going to give you the backstory here. We're playing in a place with netting, trying to shoot through the net. And, of course, we're offline a little bit. That's what's happening so far. And we'll get that cleaned up in a couple of minutes here, but it's kind of difficult in between the game here. So they've got a runner at second and one out. And safe coming back. Pitch on the way, ball's outside. We'll get a count from the umpire here in just a moment. Jacob, the head umpire behind the plate. And again, I apologize, you're going to be sloping right now. The field slopes to begin with about 5 degrees. And a good pitch outside, strike called. And the count is 1-1. So I'll get back to the camera in just a moment. And again, we apologize for the way things are sloping right now. We'll get that corrected. Probably at the half inning here. The 1-1 pitch, runner at second. Time is called, no pitch there. Again, we'll get this corrected as you're looking downhill. High fastball missing. Trying to make some adjustments and call the game at the same time. It's the nature of these unusual fields we happen to be at here. In this particular field, again, as I mentioned, sloping. We'll get it corrected. Just want to make sure that the count is 2-1. Want to make sure that you have an opportunity to see much better behind home plate. Yesterday was shooting through the netting, and it's difficult to see what's going on. We might have to change that just because of the way that things are set up here. The 2-1 pitch, good pitch there. And missing outside, looked as good as it can possibly get in the upper part of the zone. De Jong running it outside, and the count goes to 3-1. And a good pitch there, strike on the inside. So De Jong having to work for an extra strike here. I'm not calling the game, but again, you can see what's behind the plate. So De Jong with a 3-2 count. On the batter, number 22, Pengrod, ready to go. De Jong checks second. Shuffling around, pitch on the way. And a ball swung on, fouled straight back and out of play. And the count is 3-2. Ball to the first base side. Matos, trouble there. And Matos at first, with usually a good glove, gets a ball ripped. It was in his hand. And unfortunately, it gets through. They'll score one. So Five Star brings the first run across. It's 1-0. And I apologize, you didn't see the play at first place, but the ball was hit. We're going to make an adjustment at the half inning, so we're going to shut that camera down and we'll get it reset for you. Again, we apologize for the way it looks right now. It's just trying to work with these nets are near impossible. Breaking ball up, the count's 1-0. So one out still. Two down, correction there, trying to get the third out. And De Jong just, count goes 2-0. There's two outs on the books. Trying to mess with the camera here. Do it all for you. We'll get it. And a good pitch there. DeJong swinging a miss. The count goes to 2-1 as Justice gets that through. Throw back to the first base side to Matos. Pegram gets back in time. The count is 2-1. And DeJong running it on the outside part of the plate, missing there low. And fastball, good looking pitch there. DeJong gets one back. So Justice having to work for it here today. Runner on the move, swing and a miss, strike three. So they take care of it, but Five Star will pick one up on a ball hit to the right side. It got through, and the Padres will get on the offensive side. Stay with us, folks. 1-0. We're going to get some camera work taken care of. So Justice gets the K, and we'll be right back. And back to live action here. Jacob Lombard ready to start things off. Pitch on the way. Ball on the inside part of the plate. The count is 0-1. So Lombard looks at an 0-1 count. Pitch on the way. Ball's pulled foul to the left side. The count is 0-2 to Jacob Lombard. And a ball swung on, fouled off and out of play. So Lombard back in with the 0-2 count. Ball's outside and up. The count goes to 1-2. And a ball's low. Count goes to 2-2. And drop three there, Lombard. They'll clear the lane there, throw it down, and they get one out. So Lombard will head in. And back to Cody Goff stepping in. Goff will hit from the right side here. And Goff to the third base. That's trouble there, and Goff gets on with a single. So Goff gets one through. Third baseman made a move on his side, couldn't get a glove on it. And Goff gets on board here. So one down, and Cody Goff gets on for the San Diego Padres scout team. And Jonathan Matos will step in. You notice there's a little bit of a breeze moving. I'm going to try to correct the screen from dropping into the picture. As Matos ready to go. Long look over to the first base side. Pitch on the way. And Matos lays off. The count's 1-0. And a ball is low in the zone, so Matos, being disciplined at plate here, finds himself looking at a 2-0 count. So we're ready to go. The 2-0 pitch. Matos, slow roller. They get one there. Matos is there in time. So Matos gets on with a single. Goff gets out heading to second on a fielder's choice. And there's two down. Summerlin, the pitcher of record for five-star, as Yildekis Quevedo steps in. The fielder's choice, as I mentioned. And Quevedo ready to go. And the ball's pulled to the left side. And there's trouble there. So like that, Quevedo gets on. On some soft contact there. Quevedo ends up at first base.
Where's everyone from? Like California? Just all over? Yeah. Just like the entire country? I know there's a few Puerto Ricans. Florida to Cali?
So stepping in is Trenton Maben. Maben with an opportunity here. A long look for Summerlin. Ball is low. Maben looks at a 1-0 count. Maben like to get a knock here. Men at first and second. And a strike outside. The count is 1-1. And the ball is low. So Summerlin takes Maben to a 2-1 count here in the bottom of the first inning. Five-star able to pick one up on the first, and the Padres knocking at the door here. A long look by Summerlin at second base. A lot of time here. Pitch on the way. Maben, high fly ball, foul straight back and out of play. So a 2-2 count with 2 outs, bottom of the first. Maben locked in. Ball's outside. Good grab by the catcher. That could have got away and moved men up 90 feet, and the count goes full at 3-2. So the 3-2 count for Maben with Quevedo over on the first base side. Goff over at second. Goff got things started for the club. The 3-2 pitch, a spin move, no throw by Summerlin. And we've got Matos at second. My apologies there. DeJong on deck. And strike 3 there on the outside. And they'll strand 2. We'll head to the top of the second. The score is 1-0. Well, folks, stay with us. Kind of get things straightened out a little bit. The camera is still sloping some. We apologize for that. The field is sloped, which is ironic for a baseball field. But nonetheless, we'll get things squared away here. Trying to get that set up for you. And a little better fit. And that kind of levels things out. So hopefully we'll stay right there. We apologize for just the way things are here today. It's just one of these locations, which unfortunately is what it is, as they say. DeJong stays on the hill. Carry on behind the plate. We'll get your offensive and defensive set for you here. Matos over on the first base side. Second base today, Lombard. Third base is Quevedo. And in the shortstop position, Kevin Bruno playing short today. And in the left field, Corwin Allard. And center field, Trenton Maben. In the right side, rounding things out, will be Dylan Cheeks. So that's your defensive side for the Padres as we head into the top of the second inning with a 1-0 score on the board here so far. DeJong, the right-handed hurler, takes a couple more tosses and we'll be ready to go. Here in the second, they'll go 6, 7, 8 hitters. Tater comes in as the extra hitter. Wooten will be on deck. And the Padres trying to get something started here in game number 2 of the 2023 PBR National Program Invitational Tournament. 47 teams in the 15U division. Best teams in the country being represented from all around. And a good tournament thus far. Yesterday, teams had an opportunity to play at Lake Point. And Lake Point location, a beautiful site, excellent facility. And so far, PBR doing an outstanding job getting things moving along. We're outside of the Lake Point area, about 15 minutes or so. Playing at the Altoona High School field here as DeJong's ready to go. Top of 2. And DeJong, good pitch on the inside. And again, DeJong locating well, looking like strikes, and the count is 1-0. Yesterday, some of the guys were concerned about the tightness of the zone. And a pitch there. So Justice makes the adjustment, decides to run the outside part of the plate. Gets the call. The count goes even at 1-1. And the ball's fouled back. And a ball hit to the shortstop side. Bruno with the play, long play there. And he's out. Matos had a double pick there. It went in and out, and Matos was able to glove it and hang on to the ball as it looked like it started to jump out. So the out's made there. Bruno fires across the deck. And they'll pick up the first out here. So the Padres just trying to settle in as Tater steps in. Correction, Wooten, the 7-hitter. And a good ball there, a breaking ball. Looks like it's locating in the upper part of the zone. And the count is 1-0. Count is 2-1. The ball is up. And a strike call. So the count goes full at 3-2. And a good pitch, fastball up. And it looked like DeJong was trying to run it upstairs to get him chase.
Come on, Jay.
So Coleman, the 8-hitter, will step in with Wooten over at first with one out here in the top of the second. And a ball gets away from Carrion, and they get a man over to second. Coach Moe's going to make a visit out to the hill to talk to DeJong, and the count is 1-0. So a hot day out here. We're outside of Atlanta at Altoona High School in the Buccaneer baseball field. We noticed a couple of things. There's a little bit of sloping. It's not perfectly flat. Youth prospects crews out here. Ryan working with his pops out here, and they're trying to level their cameras as well, but doing the best we all can here today. We are ready to roll here at a 1-0. Kevin Bruno, he'll hold the runner at second, throws to Matos, they get the second out. So the Padres get what they need there, and they'll put 2 on the books. So Bird, the 9-hitter, will step in for 5-star. And a strike call. Count goes to 1-1. And again, I'm trying to give you a shot through the fencing, which is nylon, versus looking at it on the tripod. And it moves around a little bit. And a good pitch there, swing and a miss. DeJong gets him to take a cut. Bird takes a slice there, gets through. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Coleman at second base. Bruno in his back pocket. Carreon sets up outside. And the count goes even at 2-2. Ball's hit to the first base side. Matos, there's no play there. And nobody at first. They throw home. Carreon with the tag is on. And an outstanding play by Kevin Bruno, as Bruno covered the hole where Matos was trying to get the play laid out. And the runner on the move in, and a great throw. And Carreon lays on the tag for the 3rd out.
Were you in the city with all that smoke? It looked insane. It was funny. We went to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and like whatever, and all of a sudden I looked out the window and it looked like I had filters in my glasses. Like everything. Wow, that's insane. And I saw the news today. It was like how much more of a game. Pennsylvania. Oh, yeah. Cleveland. Is it done or is it? Like the play I just saw the Yankees beat the White Sox. Yeah, they had to play it better.
Well, once again, we're trying to keep things in good position for you all. And again, it's kind of difficult, but hopefully folks are able to enjoy it to this point. So stepping in to start things off, Justice DeJong. Justice from the East Coast, outside the New York area. He has a throw down to second base by the catcher. Bird sends it down. DeJong will step in, and we will be ready to roll here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Early on in the game, as DeJong steps in for the Padres to try to get something started for his club here in the 2nd. They're chasing 1 to get even. We're in the bottom of the 2nd. And a ball low in the zone, but getting the strike on the outside part of the plate. Count is 0-1. Ball's up and out. The count goes even at 1-1. So Justice lays off there on the 1-1 pitch. Ball is low. The count goes to 2-1. So Justice being disciplined at the plate, just looking for his pitch to get something started here. Summerlin, the lefty here, the 2-1 count on Justice. Justice takes a knock to the right side, right fielder backing up. It's a long route. That's trouble. And to the fence, a ground rule double. It jumps out over the fence. So DeJong takes a good cut, goes opposite. So he goes oppo to the right side and finds himself with a ground rule double. Dylan Cheeks will step in. Cheek ready to go here with DeJong at second base. with no outs here in the bottom of the second. And the ball gets away, so that's going to move DeJong up 90 feet. Correction, they're running for justice now, as Elijah Williams is running for justice for the pitcher. My apologies there, I didn't see that switch. So with Justice pitching, they put Williams on to run, and he's at third base. So like that, the Padres have an opportunity, and the count is 1-0 to Dylan Cheek on the pass ball. And a ball and a late call on the outside part of the plate. And the count is 1-1. Ball is up. The count goes to 2-1. Cheek ready to go. A line shot's what he's looking for. The 2-1 pitch. And a ball hit right to the gap. That ball is deep. It's going very deep. And to the fence. Here comes one. Williams comes across. Cheek's on his way to third. There's a long throw across the deck. And not in time. So they brought it in, but Cheek with good wheels in the afterburners finds himself with a triple and an RBI. So Williams and Corwin Allard will step in with Cheeks over on the third base side. Coach Mo giving the inside tip here. That looks at Allard at the plate. We're ready to go. Ball's outside. Allard lays off. The count is 1-0. High fastball missing. And the count is 2-0 to Allard. Allard looks down to the third base side. Cheeks at third. And the ball is strike very low in the zone. We're not sure where these strikes are coming from, but the count is 2-1. I'm not calling the game, but I'm seeing some low strikes here today. Count is 2-1. And Summerlin takes time. He steps off. Allard steps back in. And a ball's out. The count goes to 3-1. Ball's outside, ball 4. So Allard gets on with a walk. Summerman loses him, and Allard's on board. So Allard finds himself at first base. Cheeks at third. They've got runners at the corners with Enrico Carrion stepping in. Ball is low. So Carrion looks at a ball. The count is 1-0. Allard at first, Cheek at third. Allard shuffling off. Summerlin with a look onto the other side. Pitch on the way. Ball is low for ball two. The count is 2-0 to Carrion. And the ball's low on the inside part of the plate. The count goes to 3-0. So Enrico Carrion trying to get himself on board, and the batter on deck is Jacob Lombard. The 3-0 pitch. And a strike called. Carrion laying off there. The count goes to 3-1. Time is called. It's granted at home plate. Jacob, our head umpire, grants it to Carrion. It's a discretionary call there. He gives it to him, and Carrion steps out. The count is 3-1. A long look by Summerlin. The 3-1 pitch. Ball's fouled off. Count is 3-2. A long look by Summerlin at first. A big hold there. This is a long look. Time is called. And Summerlin obviously thinking about some things other than the batter. And the count is 3-2. And a 3-2 pitch. A long look again. Runner goes. Ball swung on, fouled off to the right side and out of play. Sorry about the camera moving here. It's either this or behind the screen looking at everything. High fly ball. That ball's coming back and out of play. There'll be no play there. As you can look behind the netting. Unfortunately, if I put it on the tripod, you're going to be looking through netting. So we're occasionally just getting movement off of this nylon netting, trying to get it secure for you. Appreciate your patience. The 3-2 pitch again. Summerlin taking a long time. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. Not in time. And into center field. Allard's on the move. He's going to have to get down and hustle. And Allard gets in with an extra bag. And Dylan Cheek will score. So the Padres will move ahead here. In the bottom of the second, the score is 2-1 with Corwin Allard at third and Jacob Lombard stepping in. Summerlin again from the stretch. Lombard ready to go. Lombard to the third baseman, a line drive there. Allard gets back in time. So a line shot right to the third baseman. Allard had to dive back in. And they'll pick up their second out. Allard taking a second there as he dove back in. Yes, he'll take a couple of breaths here. It's hot out there. These guys are working hard, everybody. In this heat, Allard having to dive back in, got him on the chest a little bit. and he looks fine down at third base. Cody Goff will step in with 2 outs, and Allard over on the third base side. And a strike on the outside part of the plate. The count is 0-1. And Goff with a well-hit ball. That's back up the middle. And Goff will get on with a single and an RBI. So Allard will come in from third. And Cody Goff gets on with a single. And he'll get the RBI, and Allard coming in from the third base side. So the Padres offensive machine getting moving here in the bottom of the second as they lead this one 3-1. And Jonathan Matos will step in. So Goff down at the first base side. And Matos locked and loaded and steps in. Jonathan to the left side, and trouble there, one-hander. It's a long throw, but in time. A good glove down on the third base side. Up in the air on the line shot, came in and out of the third baseman's glove. But a good handle on it nonetheless. Coleman takes care of that. Correction, Kenny on the third base side. But the San Diego Padres scout team, they bring across 3 here. They lead this one 3-1. So DeJong will stay on the hill. We apologize for moving the cameras around. We're doing the best we can to give you a view straight through these nylon nets. And I know if you feel like you're on an ocean cruise, well, it's my fault because the cameras have to be adjusted. Otherwise, we're sloping downhill. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. So back to action here with the San Diego Padres 15U scout team leading this one over 5-star gold 3-1. Justice DeJong stays on the bump, and the Padres were able to get things going offensively in their last at bat here. We're through 2 complete frames here on day number 2 of the 2023 PBR National Program Invitational. Primary tournaments taking place at the Lake Point Sports Complex. We're here at the Altoona facility today, and DeJong running it on the inside part of the plate, and the count is 0-1-0. The batter number 26 in the box, the 10-hitter. Count goes even, fouled off to 1-1. They'll go 10-11-1 here in the third. DeJong ready to deal. A 1-1 pitch. Curveball, good-looking pitch there. DeJong locating, gets the inner half of the plate. And DeJong will work ahead at a ball and 2 strikes. And swing and a miss on the outside part of the plate. DeJong gets the K, and Hunter will have a seat, the 10-hitter. So DeJong settling in here, and he'll face Obi, the 11 hitter. And DeJong, fastball. And the count is 1-0. And outside part of the plate, locating there. And the count goes to 1-1. And a good-looking pitch as DeJong tries to run the inner half of the plate, just misses low. The count goes to 2-1. And a ball swung on, fouled off and out of play. So DeJong gets one back and takes Obi to a 2-2 count. Strike three call. So DeJong, back-to-back Ks. And Justice dialed in here. And the prospects will, the Padres will put up the second out. My apologies there, and I've got my good buddies from Youth Prospects tapping me on the back like, oops, which is correct. Pitch on the way. Curveball, good-looking pitch there. And the count is 1-0. Same pitch, swing and a miss on the outside. The count goes even to 1-1. Justin shakes off, sees what he likes. No time granted. Good pitch there. Swing and a miss. Strike three. DeJong showing some emotions as he's rushing off the mound. And he gets the K. So DeJong dialed in there in the top of the third frame. We'll head to the bottom half. And the Padres scout team will get on the offensive side. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. Well, bringing you back into live action here. Summerlin stays on the hill for five-star gold as the Padres scout team will get back on the offensive side. DeJong making quick work of the top of the third inning. Goes 1-2-3 there. And again, for you folks that are at home, if you've never been on an ocean cruise, you might be experiencing it for the first time. As the camera is moving around, we're trying to keep it stabilized. And we will do so the best we can. Again, we can't move the net around much. If you move the netting, it really moves the camera around. So we try not to do that as Yildekis Quevedo will start things off. Quevedo ready to go, and Summerlin ready to pitch. Bottom three. Quevedo takes a cut there, swing and a miss. The count is 0-1. Coach Maven over there on the first base side. the count is 2-1. Correction, 1-1.
Escóndeme la mano izquierda, escóndemela.
And a ball runs inside part of the plate. Summerlin runs it on the inner half. The count is 2-1 to Quevedo.
Como que vas a soltar la mano, vamos.
Now Quevedo looks at the 2-1 pitch on the way. And the ball's pulled foul to the third base side. The count goes even at 2-2.
Es un swing por fuera que yo no sé, bro.
They go 4-5-6 here with a 2-2 count to Yildekis. And swing and a miss there, strike 3. So they put the first out on. And Trenton Maben will step in. Maben ready to go. Ball is low. The count is 1-0. And the ball's up. Just getting away from Bird, the catcher, behind plate. He's going to have a visit out to Summerlin just to settle things down. The count's 2-0. Warm temperatures here this afternoon as we're pushing towards the 4 p.m. hour here outside of Atlanta and outside of Emerson, Georgia, about 15 minutes. We're at the Altoona High School field, their varsity field here. Buccaneer baseball. The count's 2-0 to Maben. Ball is up. The count goes to 3-0. Ball 4, so Maben gets a free ride down 90 feet to first, and Trenton will find himself on board. And a visit out on the mound from head coach Matt Weaver. So Weaver goes out to talk to his man Summerlin just to slow things down a bit here in the bottom of the third, with Justice DeJong ready to step in for the Padres. Light breezes here today, a little bit left to right as I'm feeling here sitting behind home plate. But blue skies and warm summer temperatures are well upon us here. Over on the first base side, Coach Maben, Dad talking with his son Trenton. Cameron Maben doing a lot for youth baseball here, and Cameron obviously having an extraordinary career in his own baseball journey, now working for Major League Baseball, doing MLB Tonight broadcast, and now talking to his kid, like any father, checking in with his boy and ready to go. Cameron doing a lot for the organization, a lot of these young men here, and we thank him for all his efforts. So we're ready to go as DeJong will step back in, and our camera's going to move one more time for you. Might just stand here and hold it at this point in time. Summerlin ready to deal. Pitch on the way. Ball is low. That gets away at home plate. And Maben will end up 90 feet to second base. And the count is 1-0. Ball is low. Justice lays off. The count is 2-0 to DeJong. Maben at second. Wooten, the shortstop, he's ranged up. The second baseman shuffles in a bit. Defense is mostly ranged up for DeJong, and the count goes to 3-0. And a late call there and a strike call. DeJong thought he was on board and apologized there to the umpire. Just let the bat go to the dugout. And the count was 3-1, so Justice will step back in. Jacob, our head umpire, makes the call there. Pete on the infield. The count goes to 3-1. A long time for Summerlin, man. Time is called as Summerlin hangs on for a long time, staring over at second and Maben, and time is called. Ball swung on, fouled off to the right side and out of play. A full count. Ball 4. Justice will find himself down to first base. Summerlin will lose him. And they put runners on at first. And Maben over on the second base side. 2 walks back to back. With 1 out, and Dylan Cheek will step in. Dylan Cheek, last at bat, found himself in with a triple. RBI out of the deal, got it started. And a ball pulled to the left side foul. Dylan, a solid player. Looking to get a knock here as Summerlin will work ahead. Summerlin counted 0-1 on Dylan Cheek. Williams at first, running. Maben over on second. Cheek, slow roller. That is one there. And no time at first. There's trouble there. And coming home, so safe at first is Dylan Cheek. And on coming across home is Trenton Maben. So the Padres pick up their 4th. One out here in the bottom of the 3rd as Corwin Allard will step in. Ball is low. Allard looks at a ball. The count is 1-0. Dylan Cheek at first. And Allard to the right side and a line, no, one hopper. They're saying he trapped the ball there. The catch was made, so hard to say. I couldn't see the umpire on the infield. And a good play. And the umpire made a call. Appreciate that coming from the 5-star family over there. Courtesy call there. We always enjoy an extra broadcaster. Thank you so much. And a good play. So the 5-star will turn it over. And a line shot there. And the Padres are able to pick up one more. The count is 4-1. Winning this one 4-1 over 5-star. And DeJong will stay on the hill. So definitely a hot one here today. I think we're hearing that it's close to the 80s here today, and we're not even really in the thick of summer yet when we start hitting the 90s plus in some of these destinations. A lot of the camera and videography folks that do their thing out on the fields throughout the summer, got to keep their equipment from overheating. We've had those experiences ourselves. And for all you tech people out there, maybe you can come up with an invention to keep these processors cooled off that's built inside. Well, DeJong takes a couple more tosses, and we will be ready to go here as Carrion fires down to Kevin Bruno at second. And a handoff to Lombard over to Quevedo, and we'll be ready to go. Jacob, our head umpire, will set the table, and we'll start the top of the fourth. So stepping in White, they'll go 2-3-4. Pitch on the way. High fastball. Missing there. The count is 1-0. Slow roller, third base side, goes foul. And the count goes even to 1-1. Curveball, strike on the inside. So DeJong locating on the inner half. The count goes to 1-2. Count goes even to 2-2. And swing and a miss. Strike three. So DeJong gets the K. And White will have a seat stepping in. Bonner, left fielder for the club, hits in the 3 spot. Bonner lays off there and looks at ball one. The count is 1-0. Time is called, and a strike is called. He did not grant it. It's a discretionary call for the umpire, and the umpire has the discretion to grant or not, and DeJong was in his windup, and the strike will count. So now the count is 1-2. Apologize, the foul back, moved our camera again, and I think we're going to probably go to shooting through the fence the next time here. Pitch on the way. Curveball, strike three called, so a good looking pitch there. And stepping in, number 22, Pegram. Two outs, top of 4. The left-hander Pegram steps in. Time is called. That time it's granted. Slow roller to the first base side, and the ball goes foul. Matos grabs that one, and Pegram will come back. Count is 0-1. The left-handed swinger for 5-star gold. Pegram plays first base for the club, and the count is 0-1. Curveball just missing outside. The count goes to 1-1. And swing and a miss there. Good cut for Pengram. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes. High fly ball, charging right field, and a grab is made. So over on the right side, Cheeks take care of that. They'll go 1, 2, 3 in the fourth. We'll head to the bottom half. Well, the Padres, as they head to the bottom of the fourth inning, they lead this one 4-1 over the five-star club, five-star gold, under the direction of Matt Weaver. Our umpires here today, Jacob and Pete, running Jacob behind the plate and Pete on the infield. This is the 2023 PBR NPI program here, National Program Invitational, I should say, here in Lake Point, Georgia. Actually, the location is in Emerson from Atlanta, from the airport. It's about an hour out. And today, the Padres in five-star gold playing out at the Altoona High School field, the Buccaneer baseball field here, the varsity field. Just about 15 minutes away from the Lake Point complex. If you've never played anywhere in Emerson and you have an opportunity to play at Lake Point, I'd highly encourage you to check it out. All the PBR events being hosted there at Lake Point. It's a beautiful facility, turf fields, kind of great seating, so it's very comfortable for families to enjoy the games, and tons of sports going on. So Coach Moe will head down to the third base side, and over on the first base side, Coach Cameron Maben. So Summerlin stays on the hill. Left-hander pitching a good game so far. Lefty's got good movement on his ball, good run. Able to locate here as he's get ready to send it down to second base. Bird, the catcher, behind the plate. Over in the 3 spot was Pegram. Over in the 4 spot, mentioning Coleman. In the 5 spot, Kenny. Over in the 6 spot, Wooten. And then in your outfield, you've got Bonner in left, Odom in center. And in right field, you've got White. So Enrico Carrion will step in to face Summerlin here in the bottom of the fourth. Padres leading this one 4-1. Carrion looks at ball 1. The count is 1-0. And Summerlin running the inside part of the plate. Count is 2-0. And Enrico looks there all the way. Summerlin with a great pitch, locates the inside part of the plate. He'll get one back. The count is 2-1. High flyer to the left side. Left fielder backing up. Should have a good route there. Gets under the ball. And the grab is made. So Bonner takes care of that out in left. And Jacob Lombard will step in for the Padres. Summerlin's got one out on the books. Here in the bottom of the fourth. And that ball gets away right to the backstop. And the count is 1-0. Ball's out. Time is called. Count is 2-0 to Lombard as Bird takes a hike out to talk to his man Summerlin. Just to settle him down a bit here in the fourth with one out. ready to go. Lombard locked and loaded back in. Count is 2-0. Ball 4. So Lombard will get on with a walk here in the bottom of the 4th with 1 out. Stepping in, number 13, Cody Goff. Goff having a good game so far here today, looking to try to extend things for the Padres with Lombard over on the first base side. Cody hits in the 2 spot. Ball is low. The count is 1-0. And the count is 2-0 to Goff. Cody steps back in. Coach may have been talking to Lombard over there at first. A long look for Summerlin. Bach called there on the infield. Pete called the balk. So that'll move Lombard 90 feet over to second. The count is 2-0 to Cody Goff with 1 out. And Lombard at second. Defense is ranged up. Cody takes a cut, fouls it off to the left side. The count is 2-1. Cody steps out. He'll shuffle back in. Pete puts it in play. Correction, Jacob. Pete's on the infield. Lombard at second. And a strike called. Good pitch there. As Summerlin runs inside. And the count goes even at 2-2. And that ball gets away. A good grab by Bird as he had to come out of the pop. And the count goes full at 3-2. Time is called. It's granted at home plate. Jacob, our head umpire, calls time. Summerlin, he steps off. He'll reload and lock himself down as Goff steps in with a full count. 3-2. Lombard at second base. Cody Goff, center field, a line shot. A well-hit ball. And Goff will end up at second. So Summerlin had the ball in his hand, and Goff was about 2/3 of the way to second. And he held on. And Goff ends up at second base. Lombard's at third. And Jonathan Matos will step in. Matos in the 3 spot. Opportunity here with 1 down. Goff over on the second base side. Alert base running there, took advantage. And a good stop by Bird out in front. The count is 1-0. So Matos looking for a solid knock anywhere. You want to keep it out of the air. The fields are deep here. Matos just looking for a line drive. High flyer. And they're going to hold Lombard for a second. They're going to check him up there. And a long throw, that'll be offline. There'll be no play there. And he did not leave it. They're trying to call for that. So Lombard will score from third. Play will stay as stands, and the run will score. They come across with the fifth. So 2 down, and Yildekis Quevedo will step in. They were checking third for the early leave on Lombard. Cody Goff over on the second base side. Quevedo looks at ball one. The count is 1-0. Strike on the outside. Quevedo lays off. Summerlin gets one back. The count goes even to 1-1. Quevedo takes the cut, fouls it back. A ball and 2 strikes to Yildekis Quevedo. Cody Goff at second. Summerlin takes a look there at second base. Pitch on the way, ball's outside. It's a 1-2 count now to Quevedo. Following the umpire, Jacob here. Summerlin from the stretch, second baseman. No movement there. Pitch on the way. Ball's up and out. So 2's across the board. A 2-2 count to Quevedo with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Padres picking up one more here. It's 5-1. A long fly out by Matos. Lombard was able to score. Pitch on the way. And a ball's fouled back. So foul ball. So the 2-2 pitch again. Summerlin looking at second. Bird sets up. Ball swung on. Right side. Right fielder backing up, and the grab is made. So a long fly out to the right side. And the Padres, through 4 frames, they lead this one over the 5-star gold team 5-1. Day number 2, the 2023 PBR National Program Invitational Tournament. We're outside of Lake Point here in Emerson, playing at the Altoona Buccaneer Baseball Varsity Field. My name is Chris Aller, doing the play-by-play for the Padres throughout the weekend and throughout the tournament. Padres coming off a big tournament, the Perfect Game PGBCS qualifier in Fort Myers in the 16U division. They took the title there and trying to get a victory here today for their club, as DeJong will stay on the hill for the Padres. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. So we're ready to go here. Top of the fifth frame. Yeah, curveball, strike on the outside. DeJong will work ahead. Kenny, the batter. They go 5, 6, 7 here in the fifth. Time is called. It's granted at home plate. Ball's fouled back. So the batter, Kenny, the 5-hitter. Cardione taking care of his cleat there. And Kenny steps back in. The count is 0-2. Curveball, strike 3, like that. DeJong gets the K. Tatter steps in, the 6-hitter. Time is called, no pitch. Ball on the outside, strike called. DeJong will work ahead. The count is 0-1. Count goes even to 1-1. And a swing and a miss there. DeJong gets things even back up. It's a 2-2 count. Ball swung on, fouled off to the right side and out of play. All missing there. The count goes full to 3-2 on Tater. One out here in the first. Ball's out of play. Cardione going to the net. Ball's hit. Left side, that's going to drop in for a single. And on board, they get a man on. First hit for them. Coleman steps in, the 8-hitter. And a good pitch there for DeJong. He'll work ahead. Count is 0-1. They go one there. They could get two in time. Oh, and a safe call. Looked like a good play defensively, a good effort down the line and good speed. Puts the runner on, but they'll get the advancing runner. So 2 outs. Coleman steps in. Count is 0-1. Throw over to the first base side to Matos. Runner gets back in time over there as DeJong works from the stretch here. Fastball out. Count goes to 1-1. Count is 2-1. Runner goes, swing and a miss, a good throw down the line. The tag is just through the glove of Kevin Bruno. Good speed on the bag and a stolen base for a 5-star. Count is 3-1. Correction, 2-2. I believe there was a 2-2 pitch. Strike was called there. I'm going to put it at 2-2. We'll see what the call is here. Carrion with a good throw down. Bruno at short. Ball swung on, fouled back. And as you can see with the camera being on the net, you get the netting rattling things there. Time is called, it's granted. Coleman steps out. Runner at second. Curveball. Strike 3 called. Punch out. And DeJong pumped up, coming off the rubber there. And he'll get the K. They'll strand 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Starting things off will be Trenton Maben. They'll go 5, 6, 7 here to start the bottom 5. San Diego Padres, 15U scout team leading this one 5-1 over 5-star gold. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. So stepping in here, the bottom of the fifth inning. Start things off, Trenton Maben. And we are ready to go here in the bottom of the fifth. All outside, the count is 1-0. And a ball missing there, the count's 2-0. Thomas, the new pitcher here. Ready to go. Ball is low, 3-0. So 3-0 count. Trenton Maben here in the bottom of the fifth. Strike called. Maben thought he was on board. Good location there. And the count goes to 3-1. Strike called outside. Count goes full at 3-2. And Maben pulls it foul to the left side and out of play. And Maben pulling foul again there. And the count holding here. The 3-2 pitch. And the ball's low, ball 4. So Maben gets on board with a walk to start things off here in the fifth, bottom half. And stepping in, Justice DeJong. Maben over on the first base side, having a conversation with Cameron. Pops over there on the first base side, Mo down on the third base side. And DeJong having to kind of move away from that one as ball comes inside. The count is 1-0. And a strike on the outside. The count goes even at 1-1. And swing and a miss there. And DeJong lays off. And the count goes even to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch coming. With Maben at first. Ball 3. The count is 3-2. Heading towards the 5 o'clock hour. We're at 4:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maben at first. The 3-2 pitch. Runner on the move. Ball 4. So DeJong gets on with a walk, and that'll bring up Dylan Cheek. On deck with no outs, Corwin Allard. Cheek hits in the 7 spot. Quick visit down to the third base side to talk to Coach Mo. Elijah Williams running for Dijon. Over on the first base side, Maben over at second. Dylan Cheek steps in. And the ball is in. The count is 1-0. Ball is up. A 2-0 count to Dylan Cheek. Ball is out. So 3-0 count. So Cheek looks at a 3-0, looks down to Coach Mo down on the third base side. And a 3-0 count with Williams at first and Maben at second. High fly ball to the left side. Left fielder's backing up. A long way to go underneath. And the out is made there. In and out. At third, Maben was going for it on the tag from second. And a good throw in, so they'll get the fly out and the pick. So 2 outs. Corbin Allard will step in with Williams over on the first base side. Throw back to first. Allard to the right side. That ball will drop in for a single. And Allard gets on board. They're going to 3 there. And in time is Williams. So Williams takes an extra. And Allard moves Williams over to the third base side. So Allard gets on board with a single, well hit to the right side. And they've got runners at the corners. Stepping in, Enrico Carrion. Carrion with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Ball's hit to the right side. And Carrion, like that, goes opposite. Gets to the right field. He'll get a single and an RBI out of the deal. So stepping in, number 22, Jacob Lombard. So a couple of good singles for the Padres. Bringing 2 more over. 2 outs. Lombard steps in. Correction, bringing 1 across so far. It's 6-1. And a cut there, swing and a miss. Two-one count. And the count goes even to 2-2. And a ball pulled foul to the left side. And the count holds on Lombard at 2-2. Jacob trying to get something to continue and extend the inning. On the other side, five-star like to get on the offense. Lombard steps back in with a 2-2 count. High fly ball. And that ball's out of play. To the left side. And Lombard will reload. So the 2-2 pitch again with 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Ball's outside. The count goes full at 3-2. And the ball's fouled off. So Lombard stays alive here, 3-2. Five-star with 2 outs on the books. Padres were able to bring one across here. Score 6-1. Lombard trying to extend it. The 3-2 pitch again. High fly ball to the right side. Right fielders making the adjustment. A long high fly ball and a long out. So Lombard goes deep. They'll leave 2, but they pick 1 up. And we'll head to the top of the 6th inning. The Padres scout team leading this one 6-1 over Five-Star Gold. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. Well, as we welcome back to live action here at the Altoona High School varsity field, home of the Buccaneer baseball program. We're here for the 2023 PBR National Program Invitational Tournament. 47 teams showed up from around the country. This is day number 2, 1 game per day. Padres will play an evening match tomorrow night under the lights Saturday at Lake Point Sports Complex. We'll be back there. An 8 p.m. game scheduled for tomorrow night. Stepping in, Bird, the catcher for the club. They'll go 9, 10, 11 here in the 6th. DeJong stays on the bump. We're ready to go. And fastball, strike on the inside part of the plate. So Justice locating there on the inner half will work ahead. And swing and a miss on the outside. So DeJong locating there. Correction on the number of teams, it's 44. I was told 47 about my statistician on the West Coast sending me that information. 44 is the actual count. Thank you, Diane. Count is 1-2. Breaking ball just missing up in the zone. DeJong runs it inside. The count goes even to 2-2. Here in the top of the sixth. The 2-2 pitch. High fastball. Missing up. The count goes full at 3-2. So Justice stepping off for a second. And a fastball. Strike three there. Carrion knew he had it. He located the outside. And DeJong will pick up a strikeout to start the sixth here. Stepping in the 10 hitter, number 26, coming in as a DH. The batter, Hunter. Ball swung on, fouled off to the right side and out of play. And Lombard, for some reason or another, kind of fell back and was not able to glove it, and they'll get a man on here in the sixth. This time Lombard with a good glove there. He'll get the first and get the runner down the line there. Double play was not an option there. Bird had to move. So 2 down. Lombard just goes to the first base side there. Stepping in the 11 hitter, Obi. Runner at second, Kevin Bruno at short. Herb ball, good pitch there. Sorry about that, folks. We had a netting move here, big time on us. Hopefully we're back there. And a ball swung on, fouled off. Count is 2-2 with 2 outs. And DeJong thought he had it. And the count is 3-2. Ball 4, DeJong loses the hitter as the camera pushed back by the netting here. And that might be it possibly for DeJong. As the wind starts blowing here, we apologize. We're having some difficulties here with the home plate camera. White steps in. And a strike call. Counts 0-1. Fastball missing up. And the count goes to 1-1. Breaking ball. Good looking pitch on the inside. Tight zone here today. Count is 2-1. Back pick, one hopper, and that gets thrown. Matos not able to handle the throw over to the first base side by Carrion. A one hopper. And the runners move up 90 feet. So some sloppy play here on the Padres side. Puts runners at second and third. Count is 3-1. Swing and a miss there. The count goes full at 3-2. Well, the Padres trying to clean things up here in the sixth with 2 outs. Ball swung on, fouled back and out of play. High fly ball, center field, call's made, and Maben with a good call. Allard was backing him up, and they'll do it there. They'll leave 2 on the books. And that is the ball game as the time has expired. So Trenton Maben makes the last out for the club here. And the Padres will win this one 6-1 over 5-star. My name is Chris Allard. We apologize for a lot of the camera challenges here, but we'll get it better when we get back to Lake Point. We'll probably have to work off of the tripod, and we appreciate your patience and all. Congratulations to both teams. The Padres will win this one. They'll go into Game 3 Saturday night under the lights tomorrow at Lake Point. We'll be bringing it to you live. For now, the 5-star club and the Padres will meet. Shake hands, gentlemen. Sportsmanship, that's what it's all about here. The 2023 PBR National Program Invitational. The Padres take this one in fine fashion, 6-1 over 5-star. My name is Chris Allard. For all the folks enjoying the broadcast throughout the tournament, we appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. We apologize for some of the challenges, but the Padres will move on. For now, this one's officially in the books. We'll say so long from Altoona here in Georgia. Well, I am not going to try to do this again. It's terrible. It's just you got to go to the other. The only way you can do it behind contemplate when you have coordinated. Now, when I have metal fencing, I'm fine. Because I can because I'm locked, and this is magnetic, so even that shuffles a little bit.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Just so, I mean, the next time that we're doing the Padres, I mean, we have the DSLR. I mean, I can, if you want to mount it and use it.
We have to, yeah, maybe we could get together a little bit just to check it and see if it could work. Because all I would really need to do is just have, as long as there's internet there, if it pick up, I would give it the password. Right?
I can't give you media, and you can't take the video. You can't take an internet streamer. You don't have like a media streamer kind of thing.
Right, yeah.
Because I can give you a video out. The camera that I have doesn't have.
Would it have audio?
It only has audio and video.
So that could work.
Yeah, but you need to provide.
I have to be able to connect that camera to the
Exactly.
internet. Yeah, that's the only